Hi Burton Dragons, it's Mrs. Chase. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're all home, healthy, and safe. Remember how important it is to continue your learning even though you're not at school. So hopefully you're reading every day and finding ways to write and do math. A couple of things I want to make sure you know about. Our school is serving grab-and-go breakfast and lunch every day from 9 to 11 in our gym, so you can come in, get some hand sanitizer, pick up the meals, and take them home with you. Also, our buses are coming around to all their bus stops in the morning, and you can get a lunch from your bus stop at your usual time if you need a breakfast and lunch. So be sure and get that if you need some food for the morning and afternoon. Also, because I miss you guys and I hope that you're still getting a chance to listen to books, I wanted to read a book to you, and I'm going to ask some other guest teachers to also read books and put them on our Burton Facebook page and also our YouTube channel, which I'll share with your parents, so that you can listen to stories each day from one of your friends from Burton. So today I want to read to you one of my favorite stories. I know that the second graders, a lot of them have probably heard this book, but it's a great book to listen to more than once. It's called Hooway for Wodney Rat. And Rodney Rat is actually a very shy rodent. And in this story you'll find out why he's so shy and how he can end up being a hero for his class. So Hooway for Wodney Rat from Helen Lester. Poor Wodney, Wodney Rat. His real name was Rodney Rat, but he couldn't pronounce his R's. To make matters worse, he was a rodent, a wodent. What's your name, Wodney? Asked the other rodents. Wodney Wat, whispered Wodney. What's another name for bunny? They said knowingly. Wabbit, he mumbled. And how does a train travel? They winked at each other. A twain travels on twain tracks, Wodney replied miserably. I know students at Burton would never tease other kids like that when they can't say their R's. All of this teasing, day in and day out, made Wodney the shyest rodent in his elementary school. His squeak could barely be heard in class. He gnawed lunch alone. And while the other rodents scurried and scooted about at recess, Wodney hid inside his jacket. Then one day, as the rodents were taking turns doing wheelies, a new rodent, a very large rodent, barged into the classroom and announced, "My name is Camilla Capybara. I'm bigger than any of you, I'm meaner than any of you, and I'm smarter than any of you." Then she added, "So there." With that, she accidentally, on purpose, elbowed an ear, bumped two noses, stepped on three tails, and lay down on a desk. Fur prickled in fear through the classroom. She was bigger than any of them. She looked meaner than any of them. Was she smarter than any of them? "What's 2 plus 2? Asked Ms. Fuzzleworth. "4, shouted Camilla without even bothering to raise her paw. "And furthermore, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 243 plus 125 is 368. Later, when Miss Fuzzleworth asked, "What's the capital of?" Camilla interrupted, "New York, Albany, population 295,594. And during science, in answer to the question, "What part of a plant is below the ground?" Camilla Capybara danced on her desk and sang, "Root, root, rooty toot toot." Yep, thought all the other rodents, she's smarter than we are too. They felt very, very uncomfortable. Every afternoon, just before final recess, Miss Fuzzleworth drew a name from her hat to see who would be the leader for their favorite game, Simon Says. She scrunched her eyes closed and jiggled the hat. Would it be Hairy Hamster? Minnie Feet Mouse? Grizzle Frizz Guinea Pig? Could it be big, mean, smart Camilla Capybara? Miss Fuzzleworth's paw reached in and pulled out the name of Wodney Wet. The bell rang. There was a wild scurry for the door, and Camilla Capybara was the first on the playground, having trampled the others in her path. I bet Rodney is very nervous about playing Simon Says with Camilla. To Wodney, she looked especially scary. What would she do when she heard him speak? Breathe capybara breath in his face? Or tie him up in his own tail? Or even pounce on him? Pouncing is like jumping. The tiny, trembling leader of the game stood before the eager players, his head well inside his jacket, and squeaked, "Wodney says weed the sign." While the other rodents read, P.S. 142 Elementary School for Rodents, Camilla began pulling weeds up around the sign and wildly flinging them hinder and yon till she was clear up to her teeth in dirt. The other rodents began to smile. Wodney says, "Whap your paws around your head." He peeked a little peek out of his jacket and saw whap, whap, whappity, slappity, whap. Camilla was whapping her paws around her head so hard she became dizzy, gave herself a headache, and had to sit down. The other rodents couldn't help giggling. Why do you think they're giggling? Think about what the other rodents know about Rodney that she doesn't know. Wodney says, "Play wing around the wosy." Camilla put her hands out like wings and made an airplane noise. Near. Look at her. Look at all the other rodents. What are they playing? And what's Camilla doing? But where was the wosy? What was a wosy? Camilla is so confused. It's too bad she doesn't know Rodney, huh? By now, Wodney's voice was stronger and his head was entirely out of his jacket. Oh, look at how much braver this shy little rat is now. I wonder why he's so much braver. Wake the leaves. Nobody moved. Wodney says, "Wake the leaves." While Harry, Minifit, and Grizzlefrizz and the others busied themselves raking, Camilla Capybara grabbed one leaf. "Wake up!" she yelled. She's really trying to wake up those leaves. She snatched another, "Come on, you! Up, up, up!" And another, "Rise and shine!" And another, "Boo!" By now, all the other rodents were squealing with laughter. All but Camilla, who frowned. Those leaves, they won't wake up. And why was everyone yelling at her? Such bullies. In a voice so strong he had to hold his own ears, Wodney called, "Wodney says, go west." The rodents collapsed in a happy heap for a rest. Go west. Camilla Capybara, feeling very smart that she could tell directions by the sun, said, "All right, I shall go west." And there she added, and then she added, "So there." West she stomped forever. She was gone. What did Rodney really want them to do? He said, "Go west." But the rest of them, they all knew he meant go rest. But what did Camilla do? She headed into the west, into the sunset. And from that day on, the pupils of PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents never teased Wodney again. He was their hero. Hooway for Wodney Wat, they cried. Woot, woot, woot-a-toot, toot. I hope you guys enjoyed that book as much as me. I love reading about how someone who's so shy can be the hero of the story. And I hope all of you are learning and reading at home when you're not at school. I can't wait till the day we can all be back at Burton together again. Have a great day, Burton Dragons.